So reform Lee Anderson recently gave a good speech in the House of Commons, but in an almost empty room. No one wants to listen to the truth, don't they? So, another incident with of a Jew, attempted murder, stabbing, what have you, increased attacks on our own citizens coming from the HMOs. But hey, we've been asked not to speculate. Yeah, the borders are not being controlled still. The boats still keep coming. We have been invaded by a lot of Muslims that carry extreme views and Islamists that are very extreme and also hate the Jews, hate Christians, some of them, and in their minds are here to take over, and they kind of have. So it's scary. So what's the solution? Mahmoud was on ITV Live just a short while ago, putting 25 million into the police force. Well, we know what the police are like, you know, and this money is probably most likely there to just kind of disappear somehow. People stuffing it in their pockets somehow, maybe. Some corrupt people. Yeah, well, money is necessary, but it needs to be used in the right way. For example, in controlling the borders. Okay? And if there are no borders, then make borders, make controls. This is where the money should go, in stopping the boats and in mass deportations. Because if we don't start to mass deportate illegal immigrants that are housed at the taxpayers' expense in HMOs, migrant hotels, are allowed to roam about, harming our women and children, harming Christians, harming Jews, harming people of certain beliefs. And a lot of them, I'm sorry to say, are Eastern Europeans. There are good Muslims, but there's also a lot of bad, not so good Muslims. There's also a lot of extreme Islamists. They have all been allowed to come here. And now things are kicking off, surprise, surprise. Well, the Iran wasn't helping, of course. That has got a part to play. But revenge is never good, okay? Yes, both sides, no one is completely innocent. Both sides have been doing bad things. I'm not a fan of Netanyahu. Also not a fan of the other side. I'm not a fan of war. And they dragged innocent people in. If they want to have war, why don't them politicians gather together alone in a circle and fight each other and leave innocent people out? Leave people out that are forced to fight wars. Get together, all them politicians, come in a circle and fight it out by yourselves. But leave us out to suffer. So anyway, the answer, yes, money is important, but it needs to be used in the right way. For example, in controlling the borders and sending them back. There are people asleep, but there's also a lot of people waking up, saying send them back. But nothing has happened. There have been a big march. There's going to be another march in May. But people say they're apparently racist. If you say anything against other cultures, you're being accused of being a racist. So, but it's funny that most of them attacks are committed by Muslims and extreme Islamists and some African people too, and people that are from Eastern Europe and still simply don't belong here with their extreme views. Some of them even live, you know, in medieval times. And they bring it all here. And then, of course, chaos is going to break out. You know? This country has destroyed England, this government. It's all coming from Brussels. I think the orders are all from Brussels or Europe somewhere. And that's been collapsing, you know? Apparently there's this deal with France, but hey, it's a bit of a joke. They're coming from Belgium now or whatever I've heard. Now, the answer is to stop effing around and start mass deportations. Anyone with a criminal extreme history, anyone who's done anything that's extreme, like an attempted murder, needs to be deported and not put up in HMOs or now even housing before the own British people. This isn't working. Multiculturalism is not working in this way. You can't bring a lot of people in here that are extremist, Islamists that have got extreme views, a lot of Muslims that have extreme views, and expect it to be peaceful. You would import the third world into our country, okay? And what do you think is going to happen if you do that? Hell is going to break loose. And our own people have to suffer? Draining our resources as well, and the NHS and housing and everything else. Yeah, Mahmoud, apparently 25 million to put more police on. But what's the police going to do, eh? Protect the terrorists, most likely, or hide the truth. We've all seen that, what happened. Yeah? Absam seems to have been forgotten now, and other incidents we had. Until next time. Yeah? And when there's a demonstration, the police is coming with their shields and stakes, but when there's an incident with people warning about black youths smashing windows and shops, no one's there to be seen. When there's a robbery, when there's a burglary, when there's a random stabbing somewhere, no one is to be seen. Most of the time, when you need help, where's the police? Anyway, I'm saying, and I know it sounds horrible, but the only solution is mass deportation, controlling the borders, and clean this country, and also clean this country of corrupt politicians. Okay? There are some good MPs, but most of them forget about it. I think we need to, well, personally, I think I would vote for reform, but I don't know yet. I think that I don't trust anyone really, because yeah. But a few MPs have spoken some good things, but surprise, surprise, the House of Parliament was empty. Hardly anyone there. So no one wants to listen, eh? If you don't start deporting and mass deport, arrest and mass deport, this is not going to stop. And no amount of money you put into the police force is going to make any difference. Okay? This government is a disaster, man. It's a joke. Every time I switch on my TV, I just shake my head, man. Anyway, that's all I have to say. If we don't start mass deportations, this is never going to change. And if we don't secure the borders, we had this conversation now for a long time. What has been done? They're still bringing it over, still putting them up. Our own people, our own citizens are scared. Anti-Semitism is rife now, and we all know who those people are that don't like Jews and Christians sometimes as well, don't we? Yet they're allowed to reside here. If you don't sort it out, man, government, you're committing suicide. This country's just going to be destroyed. There's not going to be a Britain left. Do you understand? Okay, bye.